wrench apart for is they have some tail lights on.
That's
Or
what you
front,
go.
or headlights for
Yeah,
some Mustangs that they have.
that's what you go to wrench apart for. It's like it's
Like
stuff.
engine wise, I'm gonna go to like O'Reilly's or AutoZone or whatever.
Yeah,
Body wise, I'll go to wrench apart.
yeah.
That's it.
And you can get relays hella cheap from wrench apart.
But yeah, like it just leaked out the entire thing of coolant, and I was like, "What the fuck, bro?"
Yeah.
So
It's
right
funny.
now,
Dorkeesh gets a new car, and then your car goes down.
yeah,
You better be. You better tell him to help you
fucking
fix it.
fucking Jay was like, cause he was supposed to pick me up and take me to work to my other
Right.
job. Jay, they went to go drop off the truck, uh, to Boss Man and everything. So they went to Snyder or whatever he lives
Yeah.
at or whatever. And Jay was like, "Fuck John," and D was like, "Why? Why am I gonna say fuck John?" I was like, "Because you're over here with us." And it's like, so when I didn't have a car, he was taking me to and from work and everything, picking me up and all that stuff. Even letting me use the car, even though he didn't have to. I
Hmm.
still let him use the car and everything. And Jake, he kept on saying, "Fuck John, fuck John." Well, D was telling me that he needed to go home to his kids and his wife because. Are you streaming?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
It's been streaming for about two
Oh
minutes.
shit.
About 2 minutes.
yeah, like,
My bad. We're over here
yeah,
talking about bullshit.
yeah,
Oh, it's all good.
I was drinking, texting.
We for the live stream, we can keep it like this, and I can edit out
like,
this
yeah.
part. I can edit out this part, so whatever is going on right now, I mean, it's only on for right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So what? Are you wanting to like talk about something specific?
Nah, dude, just seeing what you're up to. You know what you've been doing for past week.
You know, just working and then getting off work and then working some more. Just working on people's cars. I think I should just go be a mechanic.
Why don't you?
I don't know. I feel.
You can, you can adjust your mic.
Oh,
Yeah. You can fix it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, it's loose. You gotta screw it back on. Let's see.
Yeah,
Whoops.
Microphone
mixed
arm
up.
technology.
Yeah, go ahead and screw that.
It's all.
Yeah, keep.
I don't want to be straight.
Keep going.
Maybe I want to be crooked.
It's not gonna break. There you go. So like, if you're ever gonna adjust it, you have to make it like a full 360.
Oh, that's
They're pretty
cool.
resilient. They're pretty resilient microphone
Yeah.
stand thing.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah. So I what was I saying? I just been working on people's cars, and I was supposed to come work on yours, but then thank God you're not like completely useless, and you can, cause changing the starter out is so easy.
Dude, no, hold on. It was a bitch, bro.
What?
It was like so like tight in there.
Yeah.
It was so tight in there, dude. I spent like 4 hours. As soon as I got off from my hitch, I stayed up all night just driving all the way up here. Told my lady bye, have a good day,
Yeah.
and went straight to working on that truck. Took it off, and then like I was gonna show you when we were outside that like if you shake it, it rattles.
Yeah.
Bad.
You messed that gear up on the inside of the motor.
Yeah, it was fucked.
Yeah.
It was
She's
like
toast.
as soon as I pulled it out, it smelled just
Yeah,
like burnt.
You burned it up.
Oh, it was nasty, dude.
Yeah, when I said that you burn up your starter, it's not it's literal, because they're not made to have a lot of juice at one time nowadays. Back in the day, when things made sense, your starter was big. They gave you a big fat motor to turn a big fat crank,
Yeah.
and they were resilient as fuck. And you could sit there and just hold that bitch,
Yeah.
and it was fine. But now you get these little tiny ones.
Dude, it makes no sense. Like they went
Yeah.
smaller.
Yeah, you get these little tiny. Yeah, they're so they're just because they're. I understand the engineering logic aspect of it makes sense, because the starter's job is just to start the car,
Right.
and then it doesn't do anything, and it's done running. So why would you need to waste more material to make it more robust, yada yada yada, whatever? So I understand it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to be fucking changing my starter every 100, 200,000 miles, whatever.
Dude, it makes no sense.
Yeah, and
And
parts
mine was
are
at
expensive
40.
now.
Mine was at 40,000, and mine's a 2-year-old truck. It
Yeah,
shouldn't.
but-
It shouldn't have that many miles to begin with.
Yeah,
And when
but
he
I mean,
showed
you
me
broke
that-
it.
Yeah.
To be
When
fair,
he
It was my
showed me
fault.
his starter and everything, at first I thought
it's
it
a
was,
little baby.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like kind of huge or whatever.
Yeah, no.
Then he like just
Hey, hold
grabbed
on.
it and he started shaking it. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell, dude?
It's a little tiny baby starter.
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
I'm pretty sure our Mustang starter is bigger than that one.
See, okay, so me and D, we changed our spark plugs, right?
Yeah.
And I'm lucky enough. Mine is a lot more simpler
Right.
to mess with.
Mute my phone. I'm listening.
And he had to take off his intake manifold and everything to get to his spark plugs.
What?
Yeah. This intake manifold, you gotta take it off and you'll end up being able to put your spark plugs
Wait,
in.
on
his.
on the Mustang?
Yeah, on the
Oh,
Mustang.
yeah.
Okay,
That
mine-
sucks. That sucks.
Mine, I didn't have to do any
It's
of
just
that.
right there.
It's just right there.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that was the first time ever messing with spark plugs. So he showed me a little bit, and then from there I was just going on
Yeah.
by myself and everything. So
Super easy.
yeah, it was easy. At first I thought it was gonna be hard because I thought the same way I would have to take off, a part and everything
Yeah,
just to
no.
reach
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do.
No, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm just lucky enough it's not like his damn Pontiac or whatever that he had.
Yeah.
Because the thermostat, it was behind the engine, right there
Dude.
between the firewall and everything.
Dude, so I want to talk about that Pontiac. That's
So-
the only Pontiac, well, that I know of that has the V6 version.
Well, what I looked up was that it was a rear wheel drive put into I think a front wheel drive type shit, or front wheel. It was or vice versa or whatever. That's what I looked up into it.
Really?
Yeah, it was front wheel. I think it was like front wheel drive.
Like by the manufacturer
Yeah.
did that? That
Yeah.
was stupid.
That's why it was placed.
on
The way it
the
was.
ass end.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I'm just like
That
that
makes
doesn't
no
make
sense.
sense.
That
Yeah,
makes no
exactly.
sense.
It doesn't make no sense at all.
they're trying to make a car. They're just trying to make another car with engines that they had already produced that
Yeah.
didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was stupid. Like
Because if it was a front wheel drive situation, the engine was probably meant to be sideways, like how
yeah, it was
the
front wheel
Hondas
drive
and stuff, and
put into a rear wheel drive.
yeah, that's weird.
So they had to adjust it and everything.
I thought that it was like an engineer's choice to do that to balance things out. But I'm like, why would you put a part that is gonna need to be changed at some point?
Yeah, that
in-
car
in a
sucked
super shitty
because
spot.
of that.
And I told him multiple, we got it out. I got my buddy to show up that is a full-fledged licensed mechanic.
Yeah.
And he got it out in like 25 minutes. It was insane. Like I like to tell people, it was like watching a ballerina that's just been studying and practicing, and then just watching him finally do it. He just did it so quick. He just knew everything. I was like, damn, this is beautiful. You're beautiful right now. Even though
Nice.
he's like a 300-pound Mexican autistic guy. He's hilarious. He has no sense of humor because he's slightly autistic,
Yeah,
but he is hilarious. So he won't laugh at what you say, but his jokes that you don't even know if he's joking or not are hilarious. Let me tell you, I was you remember that fiberglass that was in there, behind D's motor?
yeah.
He was telling me, he was like, hey, let me use some of that windshield washer fluid inside of the back of your truck to wash my hands because it's got, he said, fucking these big ass words, I don't even know what they are, some chemicals in there that nullifies fiberglass in your hands and on your body.
Hmm.
He's like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, I don't want any of that. I'm fine. My hands are rough. He's like, it's not not just that, man. You got to think, what if you go home tonight and you touch your wife's coochie or something, you know? But with the straight face that he had when he said it was what was
Made it
hilarious.
funny.
He's like, what if like, you know, what if you want to fiddle with your old lady and you're just getting fiberglass all up in there. And I could not breathe because he was being dead serious.
Yeah.
He's probably from experience.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Think about it, yeah.
Fiberglass.
I mean,
vagina.
how would a man really know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I would hate to have fiberglass on my penis.
Especially
it's already
inside
hard
you.
enough to scratch.
What about like inside you?
No, I don't think I could deal with that.
Uncomfortable.
I don't think I could deal with
No.
that at all. That would suck. I got a blowjob one time.
With
Oh my
fiberglass?
God.
No, I had a blowjob one time.
Does she eat fiberglass?
No, she ate fucking the hottest peppers known to man.
Oh.
They weren't the hottest peppers. They were like, it was like habaneros and stuff. But the point is, it wasn't even her mouth that only did it. It was her hands. She didn't wash her hands.
Oh God.
You got a spicy dick.
after, yeah. Dude, I thought I had an STD
That
immediately. I was
shit
like,
was
"What did you do to me?"
burning.
Bro, there has to be a sex name for that. What would that be called?
I don't know, like spicy dick or something. I don't know. You already said that though. I feel like that's the closest
Yeah.
jalapeno dick,
But
I guess.
I bet that shit was
Dude,
fucking
I was
burning.
miserable for like 30 minutes
Oh, just
with
30?
a like
That's
yeah,
the longest 30 minutes ever.
because I was sitting there and it was a slow crawl. It doesn't happen all at once. It's a slow like
Process.
tinge, and then it starts hitting the flare of your dick, you know, like the inside of the mushroom there. And I'm sitting there just dying. It's encroaching in. I'm like, why is this sensation? And like, oh, it feels kind of nice. And then it goes from feeling like sort of nice, you know, like you had a little bit of icy hot on there or something.
Ooh.
And then it goes to fucking, oh shit, there's something wrong. I need to go to the hospital. So what's happening to me?
Yeah.
Like, I need antibiotics. Who have you been sleeping with? No one. And I could not for the life of me figure out why my dick was burning. Because I couldn't smell the peppers or
How long
anything.
did it last?
Like I said, like a strong 30. But I'm like sitting in the sink with cotton balls in the sink with cold water just splashing frantically like some kind of fucking weird guy.
Yeah.
And
Like a real virgin.
you know. And then finally it settled down. I poured milk on my dick.
Oh my
How many people
God.
can say they've done that? Probably a lot more than I think.
It's probably a fetish.
But I was pouring milk on my dick. Because once I figured it out, I was like, I got to try all the things that you're supposed to do whenever it's burning
you
your
eat
tongue.
A pepper,
Yeah. So I'm pouring milk on my dick. I got the fucking, what is that shit? Aloe, whatever.
Aloe vera.
Yeah, putting that on there. And I'm still rock solid, by the way. I have no idea why. I was
don't
like,
know
why
why I
is it not
enjoy
going
this.
away?
Fuck it.
Yeah, a part
Likes
of
that
me
pain.
likes this.
Likes that burn.
Yeah, a part of me somewhere deep down inside really enjoys the pain.
Yeah.
Because why is it staying so? I think it's because the blood was pumping. You know?
Wow.
Pain
is your friend.
Yeah, blood was pumping, and I was just ready to go. And I finished, by the way. I didn't even stop. You figure I thought I was gonna be done, but
You went
after
all the
pain
way?
went away, oh yeah. It was like I gotta finish. I gotta top off.
I would have went home or doctor. Or
Nah.
something. I would have had some.
I would have prayed.
Oh no, I was screaming, man. I've never been pepper sprayed before, but I'd imagine that's what it feels like, but on your face.
Yeah, you know when you get pepper sprayed, you're not supposed to take a full-on bath or shower.
Yeah, because it'll get all over you, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to end up
No pain, no gain.
be over the tub or whatever.
Yeah.
And have the water.
Splashing.
Yeah, splashing
Also,
your
I
face.
did right when I was splashing my junk in the sink.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you were kind of right.
But yeah, when you get pepper sprayed, you're not supposed to end up taking a full-on bath because when the water hits, it runs down you, so
Right.
it's gonna go everywhere.
Wait,
Yeah.
aren't you supposed to wash your face first before you take a shower though?
Yeah,
What?
that's what
Wait, whoa, wait.
Like for someone who's got pepper sprayed. Not a daily thing.
Oh, I was.
No.
You just is that your routine? I wasn't gonna go
No,
off
yeah,
into
Paeton.
that.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
to wash my face before I bathe.
Yeah, wash my
or I
face.
shower.
Fucking
we
smack
were
my
just
ass.
talking about the pepper spray. So you're supposed to end up like
I
having
wouldn't
your
take a bath at all. I'd take a shower.
yeah. Well,
So you're
yeah,
already-
but like you're not supposed to do that. You're
You
supposed
gotta
to,
get the like all of it off your
yeah,
face
just
first.
all. It's not gonna come off all at once.
Yeah, you gotta scrub it.
Yeah, you gotta scrub it. You get like all the riots and everything. They getting pepper sprayed. People end up having gallons of milk to
Right.
like calm it down.
Yeah.
But I think you're supposed to use like Dawn dish soap
Yeah.
and wash your face and everything. It's gonna
Yeah.
burn for a while.
Yeah.
It's gonna burn for a while, but you have your head over the tub, and
Rinse
you'll
it
have
off.
you just rinse it off. You keep on
See-
scrubbing and everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't do that though. From like first thought, I'd just jump in the shower and then just fuck up my everything.
Just do it all at once.
No, I'm just saying like I probably wouldn't have the presence of mind to slow down and be like, maybe I shouldn't
Do this.
drip all this shit all over my cock and balls and
Yeah.
butthole.
Honestly, it's all that bad. I think I'd take a shower. Say fuck it.
I don't know.
Dude, once that shit hits your cock and balls, it's gonna hurt. It's
My
not-
balls
it
don't
doesn't-
hurt. Y'all know this. Getting
Yeah.
racked.
No, it stings.
Yeah,
bro.
it's gonna.
It's a
sting.
different type of sensation. That
So-
shit burns. It doesn't just. It feels like you have an STD, and then it hurts whenever you piss. It's
Mm.
not just. It's not just like the outside that it's happening to. You know what I mean? So
I think I'll like cover it up, like tape it up or something.
maybe that's what'll make your dick work.
Or probably like what?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. I forgot about that until just now, and I was like, I gotta say it.
It's fucking great.
His damn name is ED, so.
Yeah. It only makes sense, Ed. Has it been working pretty good lately? Have
It
you been
has,
taking
actually.
your blue chews?
Oh,
No.
Wait,
I haven't.
So
you
they've
have
just
Blue
been
Chew?
working.
I used to.
Maybe that's why you've got all the facial hair coming in now.
You
And
look
your-
more of a man
your-
now.
Yeah, your testosterone's gone up. Dick's working. I love it.
Moving
These
on
are
up in the world.
positives.
We're moving up, baby.
Let's go. We're stiffening up.
Fuck yeah.
Mm.
Stiffening up.
What's that term?
Speaking of stiffies, I've got a great story to tell you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What you got?
Go.
One of my best friends of all time. He's got an OnlyFans.
Oh.
Yeah, and so what's funny is he was like top 10 for
Top 10
a couple
percentile.
weeks. Yeah, for a couple weeks.
What?
Yeah, man. I was like, dude, are you
Is he
kidding
like
me?
the gay one or like is he like
no,
the straight
no,
one?
no. Oh yeah, I guess I can promote him as her name is Sydney.
Her.
Yeah, no. It's him and her, but like their
Joint account.
their
or whatever.
fucking like the name of their OnlyFans is Sydney Sweets.
Mm.
Sydney is spelt like Sydney's supposed to be spelt, and then Sweets with a Z at the end.
Like the capital of Australia.
Yeah, so if you're just trying to pay $200 to watch him blow loads, you can go do that. But
That's so crazy how people just pay that.
And, like, but
Makes me want to make like a OnlyFans foot fetish account.
bro, they do pay
they,
that much.
yeah.
That's
They pay-
ridiculous.
They pay a lot. I just fucking foamed all over myself with the Topo Chico.
Dude, Topo
Topo
Chicos.
Chico, I'm getting
It
up
is
them stains,
amazing.
baby.
Not
This
a
is the first time
sponsorship. This
is
isn't. This is not a sponsorship.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're live streaming.
Yeah.
This is
Bro,
actually pretty good, though. This is first, like,
you've
I've
never
never
had Topo Chico?
no, I never had the grapefruit one.
Oh yeah, I love grapefruit.
Like,
I
I
don't
like-
have that one though. I'm pretty upset.
Oh, you got the basic
I
one?
got the lime twist. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one I usually drink, but
Dude, I'm not gonna.
I never
lie.
had this one.
I'm not gonna lie. The honest reason why I started buying these is because it feels like it's a substitution for beer.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
I
solid.
I can't stop drinking beer. That's my problem.
Yeah, we
It's
know.
like
That's
once I
solid.
start, I can't
Yeah,
stop.
we know.
So like I was like, dude, this is getting bad.
That's solid. You should
So-
get a carbonation machine so you can just carbonate whatever you want.
My dad has one.
That
Like,
helps.
Are
Yeah.
you trying to quit drinking?
No,
Now slow it down.
I'm trying to slow it down.
Keep
Okay,
it.
why don't you just get the NAs,
Like the
non-alcoholic beer?
I don't think
'Cause-
he likes those.
because I'd rather just enjoy this.
I'm just saying.
I'd
though.
rather go if I'm gonna drink beer, it's gonna be alcoholic. I'm not gonna drink fake beer.
I mean, I don't know, man. Topo Chico, like carbonated stuff's not especially healthy for you. Cause I don't know what it is about carbonation, but it actually dehydrates you.
I don't know, but I would rather drink
So-
that. Like, if I can buy me a case of this, I'll drink that over
If you
drinking soda. Really,
if-
for me.
Yeah.
If you look it up, dude,
That's a good
this is like one
substitute.
of the best additives to drink when you're dehydrated.
What?
For real, it's because it has the minerals in it, which is
Yeah.
like potassium, calcium,
Yeah, but I always heard
magnesium.
that like carbonated things didn't.
This is
weren't
not well.
hydrating. Like something about carbonation does. We have the internet.
I think this is different.
I just don't feel like looking it up right
Like the water I used to drink, I'll drink it still. My daughter used to
Hold on.
drink it too. It was that LaCroix.
Yeah,
That
dude,
stuff is
that
good.
stuff. The coconut Lacroix.
Like,
yeah,
oh, bro.
I don't know which
LaCroix.
one it was that I would get, but it was like the case is
Coconut.
like red and orange.
Cherry?
It was like a cherry lime or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's good stuff.
That one my daughter would drink the
That's-
hell out of.
That's good stuff. I love Lacroix, especially nice and cold and
Like,
crispy.
And that made me stop drinking soda though. Like I
Mhm.
was replacing that. Like if
Yeah.
I needed a burp, I'll get one of those.
Yeah,
And everybody would call my daughter bougie because she's drinking
Lacroix.
LaCroix.
No, it's not even that bougie of a drink.
It's
'cause of the
not.
name.
It's
Yeah,
kind of expensive. Maybe.
that's why.
Yeah, but
The
I
price
mean,
the price is
yeah,
what it is.
I
but
got you. I got
Hey, here you go. Here you go. Found something about. Found this about Topo Chicos. So like it says, it has magnesium, which aids in digestion, powers the brain, and promotes a serene sense of calm. This is all within microdoses, by the way.
My question was, is it true that carbonated drinks or carbonation in general does it dehydrate you? That's what I want to know.
I think it does because it's the same.
I
It
think
should
so.
play the same role
Even if
as
there's
like
no
drinking
sugar.
soda
Yeah.
and everything.
Here you go.
Especially like
As
in
lo-
a hot day or whatever.
Yeah.
Here you go. As long as it's carbonated water with no added citric acid or sugar. If
It's
then the answer is no.
okay.
Hmm.
Because I thought so. That makes sense. Because I thought that carbonation itself. Oh, I didn't think that. Somebody told me that, and I was like, oh, okay. Carbonation itself was what
Dehydrate.
contributed. Yeah. And I was like,
so it's
and I
probably
always
just
thought,
the
like, how does that
sugars and
happen?
everything.
Yeah. It's just what's in
Because
it.
I love Perrier. I'll
Ooh,
drink.
that stuff is
I'll,
good too.
I drink Perriers all the time, and I just get my bottle out and I'll chug it. But somebody told me that, like, you know, that'll dehydrate you, right? I was like, what?
That's crazy.
It's carbonated water.
Yeah, that stuff is
Why are you
actually good
tripping?
too.
Why are you tripping on me right now, bro? Why are you fucking with my Perrier?
Mm-mm.
But let's go back to my buddy. Okay.
Okay.
So I never thought that I would know somebody who would do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So whenever he told me, and I'm the godfather of his kids too.
Oh,
So and I'm a Christian, so I'm like, I'm not perfect, obviously, but
It just
I'm
threw
not,
you up.
Yeah. I was like, dude, I don't know. He started telling me how much money he was making, and I was like, well, I'm proud that you're supporting your family and stuff, but I don't know if your occupation's like the best, for your kids.
Yeah.
But the porn industry is so good and bad, I want to say, because it's just like anything else. Sex is good. It's supposed to be a beautiful thing that you share with your partner and whatnot. But at the same time, if you're doing it on a camera with some little kid can see it, it's pretty mind altering.
Especially when like they get older and they look and like they discover it themselves and they find their parents online.
Yeah, that's
Like,
even
if
that's
they have
even
the
worse.
access to the internet,
Dude,
they
that-
can just look up.
Dude, that will like
whatever.
scar you, bro.
Yeah, and think about all the serial killers that talk about how they got not I don't know if it was the cause, but it was just something that was consistent with a lot of serial killers, is they all got into pornography at a young age without any kind of guidance.
Yeah.
Like Ted Bundy was really really bad with pornography, and then whenever he got older, he started getting drunk, and he just start killing women, killing little girls, and doing weird things to them. And I wonder if it's because he's after that edge, that high, like he's already
Probably.
done with the vanilla porno. He's already jerked off to a bunch of chicks' feet, and now he's ready to go to murder.
That's
like to get
You know
him,
what I mean?
get him
Yeah, like
going
go
or
to
whatever.
like just moving on up. And since he's been moving on up at such a young age, he's like, I'm not even getting off on the regular stuff anymore now.
Hardcore.
Let's
shit.
try killing. Killing is the answer to my desire.
Probably.
I don't know, man. I don't know. And then Ricky Ramirez was kind of the same way, and freaking
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
And I don't know about
Jeffrey Dahmer.
I don't know about Dahmer.
He went into gay clubs and shit.
No, but I'm talking specifically about
like his
pornography.
fiend.
I don't think he had.
Oh
a
yeah,
problem.
no, it wasn't
What
a
it
pornography.
was that he kept on kill like the roadkill and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All that.
He just liked the feel of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
He was
feeling
always doing
of
stuff with his dad. With
He was
roadkill.
a what was it? What are they?
necrophiliac.
Necrophiliac. That's what they
Yes.
are. He was a necrophiliac.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's weird.
It really is.
I don't know. He just pleasured dead things.
I mean, I don't know.
Like I think he used to be alive like seconds ago, and he's doing his stuff.
Yeah, no. That guy. That guy was
Pretty dark.
messed up. But my main point is that I'm happy that he's happy, obviously, but I'm worried about his
The little ones.
the state
catching
of
it.
his mind later.
Like
'Cause-
regret.
Not necessarily. Well, that for sure, but it just does something to you, man. Have you ever watched the confessions of porn stars or whatever?
I've seen
Or
some of them.
testimonies, not confessions or whatever, but testimonies of porn
I've
stars.
seen how they treated them.
Like
Yeah, they treat the
The main one
females
that-
pretty awful.
the main one that everybody knows is the Mia Khalifa situation.
I feel like she's just kind of, she didn't want to do porn anymore. Yeah, she wasn't getting her money or whatever, but she could have gone to another
Company or
company, another industry or another.
Wasn't she with Brazzers or something?
Yeah, and they
or
weren't
Bang
paying
Bros
her.
or some shit like that.
But that's how that industry's always been.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just essentially the person that's paying you money is like all you got to do is sit there and get banged, and you expect me to give you like a lot of money whenever you're not even well known yet, yada yada yada. And I guess once she got well known, she wasn't getting paid what she wanted.
You
And
didn't
she
do the
went on.
helicopter. No 20,000.
Yeah,
That's kind of like how it went.
yeah, I guess I don't know the whole story though, so
No,
I'm
I
just-
don't.
I just feel like because there's a lot of female porn stars. I mean, a lot of them. And I feel like there would be more of them bitching, you know what I mean, than just her. And I'm sure there was quite a few, but
To me, I don't think much are gonna really respond or say anything because they're getting their money.
mm-hmm.
But I think what it was that the company that was with Mia was going against the contract.
Oh,
Or
well,
some shit like
all
that.
she had to do was get a lawyer then.
That is what she did.
Okay, then. I don't know why. She's still trying to be relevant, though.
Yeah,
Outside
exactly.
of the porn industry.
Exactly.
And that's
She
not,
has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, but exactly. She's not relevant outside. She tried to do that sports thing where she was commentating for sports, and that didn't really... Nobody cares about her outside of porn.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not naked. You're not taking a big fat fucking rod in your chili ring. We don't care. Go away. Stay with my sports. My children watch sports. You dirty skink.
Like everybody just know. Like you can just look at a picture, just like right here, her face or whatever. Without looking at her eyes, you already know who it is.
Yeah, everybody.
Like, everybody knows who it is.
Everybody.
And if you say you don't, you're a
You're lying.
fucking liar.
You're a liar.
You are a liar.
Yeah.
Every boy over the age of 9 knows that.
Yeah.
But anyways, he's making a lot of money. Like a lot of money. Like $400, $500 every 2 hours. And he's just sitting there getting his rod smoked, pole smoked.
He just say every 2 hours.
Yeah.
$400.
Every 2 hours.
Every
Every 2 hours. Every 2 hours.
He made
Every 2 hours.
$1,600 in 2 days. And he's just getting his rod like fiddled with.
That's nice.
It's pretty. That's his argument to me. But my argument is, I'm like, you're not responsible with your money for one. Which I mean,
What porn star is?
Like,
yeah, I don't know. Quite a few actually.
like, are they
think
hiring
without-
for like
without
a cameraman or
accountants.
something?
Huh?
Like, they hiring for a cameraman? Cause
No, yeah, I was offered that position.
With
I was
them?
definitely-
you
oh,
didn't
yeah,
take it?
Yeah, because he was just like, dude, come be my cameraman. And I was like, no.
You gotta get the right angle.
It's not going to... That's exactly what he said. He's like, it's all about the right angles.
Yeah.
I'll pay you whatever's fair, you know.
You always gotta make sure you get the money shot.
Actually, he didn't say that he'd pay me. He said that he had another one of his friends doing it for him. And then, yeah. But, you know, I'm sure. Whatever. I don't know. I would do it if
Like, if the
if
money
I
was
lived
right.
near him. He lives so far away. I would have to do it in secret because,
Yeah.
you know, I couldn't let people know that I was a
The cameraman.
porno camera guy.
You're like the umber 1 top trending, and in reality, everybody's like, "Dude, look at this," and then
Look
you're
at
just
these
like,
angles. Look at this production quality.
It's like,
I don't
like-
even want to be in the credits. I'd be like, no, I'm good.
just change my name.
everybody's all showing you it, and you're just like, "Yeah, I was there the whole time."
Yeah, I wouldn't want. My biggest thing would be if some kind of juices sprung up and hit me or something, got on my body somehow. I need to wear a hazmat suit. And plus, I'm not a huge fan of just like watching my friend just bang his lady on. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm lying. The dog in me is. It'd be exciting. Like, yeah, let's go. I'll be the cameraman and I'll be the third.
Let's go be
But,
the orangutan.
you know, I'm trying to put the chains on the dog and not feel that way. But, you know, I'm still a man.
So if the money was right,
Well, I mean, it would
right,
be.
if he
'cause
paid
he's
you,
making so much money, dude.
if the money was right, he offered you the money, offered you the job, would you end up doing it? Like, it'd take care of your bills, all that stuff.
No.
No?
No, I couldn't do it, man. I mean, I would want to down in the depths, but I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to go ahead and I couldn't do it. It would just be too not right. I know that for me, I don't care, and I want the money, obviously, and the money would be nice, but for me, it wouldn't be right.
It wouldn't feel good.
It wouldn't. I mean, it'd feel great making all that cash for sure.
Fuck yeah.
just because he could, at the rate of pay that at the rate that he was making, it's like he could afford to pay me twice what I make now at my job, and then still give me bonuses, because sometimes like they just get $200 off of one session.
That just sounds like the job then.
Yeah, it's not even. He'll call me in the morning or something, and he'll be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Getting ready for work." He's like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm just sitting here playing Call of Duty, getting my pole smoked." And he just rubs it in my face, and he's like, if you want to get in this industry, I can show you how."
Wow.
And I was like, man, that's never gonna happen. I'd have to go find me like a woman that would be down for that, and my woman's not going to be down with that, and it just wouldn't work. So no way. Once upon a time, sure, I'd do it 100%.
Not no mo.
Fuck those kids' brains. They don't need.
God.
It's all about the kids now, huh?
Let's make a couple Jeffrey Dahmer.
Whoa,
I'm so
whoa,
hypocritical. I can't.
whoa.
I gotta stop. It's so bad. That's that's my moral standing on it. Like, that's not good because it's not inherently healthy for people just to watch other people have sex. I don't think that as a plus it makes men super disrespectful to women. I feel like because they just start seeing them as sex tools.
A toy.
Yeah, and then men don't get any recognition in porno hardly. So they're probably depressed and unfulfilled, you know. And then you get like dick envy. I heard that was a pretty bad thing going on. Like your penis isn't as big as that guy's, so you're gonna feel bad about the size of your penis. And then you're gonna go get an enlargement in an alley somewhere by some guy named Pedro, who's secretly gonna just put you to sleep and take your kidneys. And then you're gonna wake up and you're gonna still have. Well, actually, you're not gonna. If it takes both your kidneys, you're not gonna wake up. If it just takes one, you're gonna wake up, look down, and your dick's gonna still be the same size, and you're gonna be like, he should have just took both kidneys.
You're in the tub in a fucking warehouse.
Yeah.
Just a tub full of ice.
Yeah.
He knows this from experience.
Yeah.
God damn it! It's the second time already.
That would be the last time. You can't live without your kidney. You'd have to be on dialysis at the time, and they're not gonna care about that.
Dude, you ever hear that shit about the black market too? And like how like expensive a kidney can go for?
Oh yeah, but it makes sense. Like it's somebody's life
Organ.
Well, just think about it as well. At the beginning of COVID-19, people that were not vaccinated, somebody's like sperm can go for so much because compared to somebody that was vaccinated.
What?
Oh, because of the vaccination thing. So
Yeah.
there was like
so if I'm not vaccinated.
So there was some theory about if you take the vaccination, your sperm count decreases.
Drops.
Dang,
compared
I'm
to
already
somebody
shooting
that's
blanks.
not.
So
I don't know if that's 100% true.
Yeah, but at that time they
Look
were
it up.
saying,
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
all right. At that time they were saying that somebody that was vaccinated, their sperm count is down compared to somebody that isn't vaccinated.
So they want non-vaxxer sperm. Is what
Pretty
I'm
much.
hearing. I will go. I have buckets that they can have. Not on me. Well, I mean technically on me, but it's gonna be in sessions. Like I probably only do maybe like 7 times a day. No, I could do more. In 24 hours, I could do way more than that. But that'd probably be all the time that I had for it. How much money do you make off of donating sperm in the first place?
Know.
And don't you have to be a doctor to donate sperm or something? Like you gotta.
You can go to
You
like
gotta have
sperm
a
bank.
bachelor's degree and have good genetics and shit.
No, you can just go to a sperm bank.
That's
There's
false.
no way. There's no way. There's no prerequisites for semen.
Like you can go up to a sperm bank and
And
just
start
Yeah.
like, hey, like here we go.
yeah.
I'm ready.
Hey, so that COVID thing.
Mhm.
So it turns out that thing's false.
It was false.
Yeah.
It was just something I was hearing around that time, and everything. I
Yeah.
was like, I might just end up trying this out. Like,
Dude,
sell it.
imagine that. Like, how many people would like not get a bitch pregnant? I mean, get a woman pregnant.
Yeah. It's
I
like
don't know.
it's the true male's birth control.
I don't know, but babies were booming around that time though. Too.
Dude.
Around
No, our
COVID-19.
our birth rate has been declining actually, a lot. Our birth rate has gone down to really, really bad levels.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like at the beginning of 2020 when the whole shutdown happened.
Yeah.
Everybody was stuck at home. You know,
They was
what
making
else,
babies.
Yeah, what
Oh,
else can you do? But the
right.
babies were booming at that time.
Oh,
That was
It-
like another.
It wasn't like the grand baby boom, like how World War II was.
It was probably relative to the.
There was
what
a lot,
we were
though.
experiencing at the time.
You remember a few years back, that winter that like it snowed like a shit ton. It was like
That polar vortex.
no,
yeah.
it was before that. It was before that. It was like
The one that
Where
was
people
20,
died in the
2015,
the lights went out?
2016 or some shit like that. And it
I
was
think so.
it was a big winter storm that hit Lubbock.
It messed up the electricity.
No,
Is
that
that
was
the
like
one?
a couple years back.
Oh, okay.
This one was like 2015, 2016. But people were stuck at home because they couldn't really drive. And I just see after all that, like weeks later, I just seen everybody's coming out pregnant. And I'm like, bro, no
This year
way.
too. This year too,
You look around, somebody's pregnant.
dude.
I haven't seen any pregnant women.
You think of the word pregnant, someone is pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen any pregnant women.
Dude, my best.
Yeah.
Except for Dee's wife.
No, I've been seeing
she's
a
no longer
shit
pregnant.
ton. A shit ton. Going
Yeah,
to the
there's-
store or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You
That's
see
good. That's a good thing.
Going on Facebook and then
Yeah,
they're like,
and somebody's
you're
having a
right.
baby shower.
Yeah. What's funny is a lot of the people that I went to school with, they have kids now and stuff, and I'm over here
the
just
ones I went
same
to school,
here.
without kids.
The ones I went to school with are either dead or in prison, and or some are like now drug addicts and shit. I'm just like, y'all fucked up somewhere, like
Well, I
big
mean,
time.
It's not like we're doing any better, but
Well, these
we're
these-
slightly
these
not
motherfuckers
good.
were ones that used to bully me during school
Oh yeah.
and everything.
Well, that's
I'm like, all right, karma got you back.
that's normally how that goes.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Either that or they become really successful and they seek you out and they're like, man, I'm so sorry I was a dick to you in school. Let me buy you a Ferrari.
I wouldn't take it from them.
Those are the ones that you want.
Nah, I wouldn't take it.
No, man, it's good to be bullied in school because it teaches you. It's sink or swim. Like you learn to you're either gonna fucking fight somebody, even if you have a feeling deep inside that you're gonna lose, or even if the feeling that you're gonna lose is like way up here, you're gonna learn to be able to take that ass whooping, but maintain your respect levels.
Yeah.
Because at that point, dude, you know how many times I've been beat the fuck up a lot.
I used to get jumped, yeah.
Like a lot. But
know
every single time that they approached me with hey, I'm like, I heard you were talking about so and so, or hey, your homie was talking to my girl or whatever when he moved away and whatever, yada yada yada. I'm like, well, what are we gonna do about it then? And then some of the times I win, and a lot of the times I fucking lost.
I think I've only won like 3 times, but I've like fought like 10.
Yeah, but that's the whole point is to fight. Like,
Yeah.
just do it.
It
Just go
happens.
in and do it.
It happens.
Yeah. But if you just, you can't. That's why it's important to have like a father figure, I think, because you come home, you're like, these kids are bullying me, and then you tell your kid, like, hey, son, fuck that kid up. Just
like-
as soon as you see him in class, rush his ass and beat the shit out of him. And then, whenever he's laying on the ground crying like a bitch, then you just call him a bitch to his face in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody thinks the way I want to end up raising my daughter is a little weird. Like, I don't believe in that. You swing first. You swing first, swing hard. We'll deal with the consequences later.
Oh, what do you mean? Like you
Like,
try to
you
hit
know,
them
you-
first?
Yeah, like, you know how a lot of people are fighting now. They're like, swing first, or whatever. No, like, you swing first, swing hard.
I think that statistically, the people who take the offensive are more victorious. At least from my experience in fighting, every single time that I went on the offensive, I was victorious almost, like, I'd say, 85%, 90% of the time. But that was only because that was later on in life. That was like when I was already 18. I was learning MMA and all that good stuff, and one of the things in MMA that some guy we were watching, I don't even remember his name, he was like, you attack first. That's what you got to do, because defense is such a fucking technical, difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
That if you're not good at it, then you're decreasing your chances to a victory. Because in order to defend against people, you've got to pay attention to their entire. Well, you should be paying attention to their entire body anyway, not just staring them in the eyes.
Yeah.
You kind of look past their eyes and you're looking at their like everything, and you've got to like, okay, his leg's going this way, then I need to go that way. His arm's coming over here. And then it gets to a point where you do things instinctively, and you kind of go into a flow state after you've done it so many times, and then it's repetitive, and you just get good, better, best. And I'm shitty at defense. I can't, like, if a guy rushes me, there's only, I'll be like, oh shit, well, I don't know what to do. I just kind of get beat up a little bit, and then I fucking
Switch it up,
hopefully I can get out of it, or if not, then I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, one fight I remember, it was in seventh grade. We're in athletics, the guys, they usually taunt each other.
Oh yeah.
And everything, pretty much to toughen you up or whatever.
Yeah.
So one day, some dude was just talking mess on me or whatever. I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
And it was a new guy. So I was minding my own business, and I can hear him talking shit from the other side of the locker room. And we had a couch in there too. So everybody was like, John, he's talking mess, or whatever. I was like, yeah, I hear him. Well, I'm walking away and everything. Some dude just pushes me into the locker, and I, like, because it was coming from the side, so I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
And I look, and it was the new guy, and I was already right there about to pass the couch and everything.
Yeah.
And they're like, look, just play chest and ribs real fast. Chest and ribs. And I was like, okay. I don't know if you ever played that in school and stuff.
Right.
So, well, we started playing it. He cheap shot me. Hits me right here on the chin.
Oh,
and
shit.
I was like, I got mad. So from there, I picked him up, threw him on the fucking couch, and I just started going at it.
There you go.
And he was a little bit bigger than me or whatever, but I was a little bit faster than him.
Yeah.
So he threw me or whatever. I got up, and then from there, it was just toe-to-toe and everything. We were standing up and all that stuff. Well, he slammed me into the locker, started hitting my ribs and everything. And for some reason, I don't know what it was, I just picked up my elbow and hit him in the eye.
That's how you do it.
And from right there, like, there's vents in the locker room to the coach's office.
Mm-hmm.
And the coaches hear all this going on and stuff.
Commotion.
Yeah, they're like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Like, this is after hours. Like, practice after school.
Right.
So they're like, what the fuck is going on and everything? And we're like, nothing, coach. And they're like, what happened to him? He fell.
Ah!
Like, everybody said he fell.
That's great.
So
We don't snitch.
what's it called? After that, like, we're one team. We had to do bear cross all the way down.
I would have snitched so fucking hard. I'd be like, hey. I'd be like, hey, it was John and this other and the new kid.
Even at that, even if we did, we would still have to do that.
What, really?
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, coach,
Like,
fuck you.
I don't know
Fuck
why.
you, coach.
I don't know why they were so hard on us, because we did not practice that much. We practiced like 2 times throughout the season.
Really?
Yeah. And
They just suck
we
at their
lost
jobs,
every
I think.
single game.
Yeah, they suck at their jobs.
So, yeah, like, that's why I say, like, I want to raise my daughter to, if you get in a fight, swing first, swing hard.
Mm-hmm.
We'll deal with the consequences.
Well,
after.
she's a girl, so.
Well, I'm end up getting her into boxing. Like, I want her to be able to defend herself no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, she should just get the gun, pull the gun out.
Oh yeah, no.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Most definitely. Like,
Go
I
through a
want
training
her.
course.
I want her to get into that too. Like, if you're gonna pull the trigger, you better mean it.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
I mean, the way women fight is so scary to me.
Unpredictable.
And they never
It's
get
super
over the
scary.
beef between.
They
the
never.
other.
Yeah, it doesn't work like with men. Like
Yeah,
I
like
can have
we
a
can
beer,
end up fighting right now or whatever.
go have
All
a
right,
beer.
let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go. Let's
chill.
go have a beer. Let's go.
Depending on it would have to be extraordinary circumstances for me to not like reconcile with you afterwards.
Yeah, but
You know what I
women,
mean?
I don't know what it is. They end up getting in one fight. Very next day, oh, I got that bitch or whatever, and then they're
Yeah.
commenting on Facebook.
And
Oh, we can go round two. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you just got your ass beat the first time.
yeah.
Like, you want to go again?
Yeah.
Like, come on now, bro. Just squab it.
Well, the thing
Swap it out.
is, and also women are resilient. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've seen a woman get knocked out 3 times in a row. Like, I've in MMA, yeah, sure, but not very often. In street fights, they're so mean to each other. They're so vicious. And they're clawing each other, pulling their hair, hitting
Have you
each
seen
other
some
with
fights where
shovels.
they actually like pull a shit ton?
Yeah,
like a chunk?
and then and with their hair pulled out, they're still coming at you.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm done. That shit hurts. I'm bleeding from my scalp. Let's stop the fight here.
Yeah.
But they're like, nah.
Let's keep
Like
going.
cat
Let's keep
fight.
going. Yeah. I'm like, bro.
Cats blind each other. And cat fights are scary. Super scary.
I don't know. Like, I don't really like watching like girl fights or whatever because of that reason. Like, it's just gonna keep on going. It's like part 2, part 3, part 4. Like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
But yeah,
They also might be doing it for clout too. You never know. They get a lot
True.
of attention from fights. Dudes fighting is just kind of lame now.
and most of the time, like you see more girl fights on going viral on like YouTube and everything more than the men fight.
Right.
Because most of the time, men don't. They just fight. They don't have time to fucking.
No, we're not
Well,
worried about recording
Yeah,
it
like
or nothing.
just get it over with and then
Yeah. That's
hands and get on with your way.
That's the way I wanted it to be when I was working with you guys. But nobody. It's like I was going to end up going to jail because everybody there, they're little bitches. And they can't. They'll whine and they would whine and complain and whine and complain and bitch and moan and be extraordinarily disrespectful. But then whenever somebody tested them on, and just be like, "Hey man, you ain't gonna talk to me like that."
Yeah.
They weren't about it. They're just like, that one guy. He would just be super quiet whenever I got on his ass, and then the guys whose name starts with a K. He seemed like he'd do it, but he didn't want to in the end. I was like,
yeah.
Because I told him, I was like, we're going to go to the street and we're going to fight. And he was like, no, just do it right here. I was like, no, we're going to go to the street. And he just didn't want to.
Well, this one doesn't.
Why do you have a problem then?
This one doesn't work there no more. But that dude George, he kept on fucking with me. Kept on fucking with me. I told him either you can get in the hole or we can wait until after 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Out off this property.
Yeah, it's like they don't.
You're all game, bro. Like, I'll whoop your ass. I do not give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'll find another job if I have to fight you on this job site. I'll find another job.
Yeah, I wasn't willing at that point to lose my job. So quickly.
Oh no, like he just kept on pissing me off to the point like where I get mad. I don't think of anything else.
Yeah.
But he would keep on throwing big old rocks, and at that time at Red Feather, we were like 17 feet, 20 feet down below.
Yeah.
So he kept on throwing big old rocks at me, and I'm like, you can jump in the hole, bro.
Right.
Like, whatever happens in here, happens.
Well, if he jumped in the hole at 20 foot, he's going to break something.
Shit, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, and then the one dude that starts with the A, your boy.
Yeah.
He started tripping on me for no reason.
Oh, yeah, I talked to him about that.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
I don't know what his problem was. He just... So, like, it was the same problem everybody has.
It was like he said whatever, you know what I mean? But I didn't say anything to anybody about.
But you also have to remember, he's been to prison.
Yeah.
And he was like, fucking John just kept looking at me weird. I was like, dude, you're not in jail. Calm down.
So what happened was, like, I got in the hole, and we just see a flashlight or whatever. We didn't know who it was. So the person I was in the hole with, we looked up. I didn't have my glasses on,
Yeah.
and it was already dark, so I can't see.
Right.
And I just look up, and the flashlight is hitting me in the face. So I'm like this, like, trying to see who it is.
Yeah. And he tripped on you.
Yeah, he just tripped on me. He was like, "Don't be looking at me like that, John. You can't whoop me."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
You gotta remember, Alan's been. Oh, fuck. Well, whatever. He's been to prison, and he's super like touchy.
Well, that's not my problem. Like,
I know, but
you know,
at that point, you should have just like went after him. I mean, honestly,
like, he just kept on talking his shit and everything when he confronted me, and he was like, "You went ahead and went to go tell the boss man or whatever." I'm like, "No, I didn't say anything. What did I say?"
I don't know. I would have caused an issue right there if I was you.
And
then,
then,
like, what, nigga?
He was just talking and shit. He was like, "You're always saying the N-word this, N-word that, or whatever." I was like,
yeah, he doesn't like that.
I really don't care. I don't care
like
what
that
he
at all.
like. He can go suck a dick, really.
Yeah, but
like,
kind of like that's a hard one to I don't know, man. I don't personally care. I don't. I've never personally cared, but some black people care,
And they hold on to it.
and they do, and in a way, it's their right. So I can't ever.
Well, I don't really talk to him at work. Nothing. Only about work. That's it. But I'm always around D. Where like.
And that's you and his relationship, though.
Well, not just that. It's everybody up there.
Right.
But also he doesn't know my background as well, where I came from. So I'm just like, we grew up different.
Yeah.
Everybody grows up different.
Right.
So I'm not going to change my ways of how I grew up just to make you happy.
Yeah. Well, if that's something that you feel.
Like, if he has a problem with it, then he can end up saying it to me.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not going to change my ways.
Well, that's just the thing, man. You gotta be. Sometimes people are gonna make you fight for that shit. Like,
and that's fine.
You're gonna if you stake a claim on something, then they're gonna make you work for it.
Yeah, and I know what you mean.
At that point, and then you'll have respect or whatever. But that's all. That's really all that is.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, all that shit that he was just saying, like, that was a random thing compared to what we were actually, like, arguing about and everything. So.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Ed's so in love with the pageantry.
Yeah, I know.
I am.
You did good.
It's nice.
You should do, like, home decor stuff. I know it's, like, a super gay thing to do, but those motherfuckers make mad money.
Fuck yeah.
No, I don't know how to decorate an actual house.
Dude, you decorate pretty well, man.
You did pretty good.
How to make like a studio-like area, yeah, but like so far as like home decor, I'm still learning. it.
Oh, you're artistic. You can make some pretty dope ass rooms.
ADHD.
I can make some cool rooms.
Yeah.
ED.
ED, ADHD, UFC, you name
got all
it.
the fucking alphabets.
Fuck
Dude,
it, I got it all. I
This
got all
is
the acronyms.
perfect OnlyFans set.
Yeah, right here.
So,
And look, you can end up recording.
Prepare for epilepsy.
see right here, just hitting it from the back. You got the epileptic lights going on. You just saw your count go up by like $800. You're just pounding away.
It's like, fuck it. Ugh. No, I like this color though. Or like I like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty chill.
Yeah.
That one's
pretty
real.
chill.
That one's real chill.
So my remote, I have bought this from Walmart.
Yeah.
Well, my remote has settings for the holidays, right?
Oh, that's kinda cool.
There's one for Christmas. There's one for Halloween.
You fucking Mexican.
American Day,
Ah.
4th of July.
What about Cinco de Mayo?
No.
Mother.
Then they have
That's
one
not even a
for
real holiday.
Yeah, that's not a real holiday, bro.
Cinco de Mayo is not a real holiday here.
Yeah, it's
That's-
not really celebrated over.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a Mexican.
I still celebrate it.
But there's one for Valentine's Day, and it's pink.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
boy.
And it's
Dude, that's pretty sick. How much did you pay
y'all
for
just
yours?
sound like y'all.
Like $9, $9 to $10.
Dude, I went to Hobby Lobby and
Don't just go to Walmart. Go to the electronics, bro.
I know.
And it's like for $9, $10 or
I
whatever.
should.
And it's pretty nice.
That's why it's like halfway.
Mine is probably like that. Like it can wrap around my bed, and my bed's a queen size.
Man, you should just go on fucking Facebook Marketplace and find some. There's probably a lot. LEDs are not that expensive to make.
No,
I don't think. So
I don't know anything about computer stuff.
Yeah, but
what are you talking about?
Well, besides like audio and that's
yeah,
it.
but you figured it out. You didn't know anything when you
trial
started.
and error, right?
Yeah,
That's how you do anything.
I learned on trial and error.
That's how you do anything. That's how you go to space and shit. Those motherfuckers didn't know how to go to space. Now they do.
That's true.
Generations.
I'm really starting to think that the moon landing was fake.
Man, don't get me started on this bullshit.
Let's get
this
you
is
started.
so stupid.
Okay.
Who fucking cares, man? Who cares? That's all I gotta say. I get like they have an epic excuse for why we can't go back. Apparently, we lost technology, which happens.
That's bullshit.
It happens. It happens because if you have engineers die or retire or whatever, and they didn't get a chance to have
to pass it on.
to
or
have a
finish
protege or whatever. Yeah, then fucking technology goes away.
Yeah.
Like that. So it happens.
Yeah,
And
but
then
like, what would be different though? Nothing's different. I mean, people are in the what is it, the ISS, and they're out there repairing it.
Yeah, but
why not just have
I
extra
watched a big
thrusters?
ass. I agree with you, but I watched a long excuse about it on YouTube that made sense logically, and I don't. It's been such a long time ago because I got in a huge debate with one of my buddies about this exact topic.
Yeah.
And I say that we went to the moon. He says we didn't go to the moon. And then I say, well, I don't care if we went to the moon or not. I just think that it's such a huge claim to make and to fool an entire world. Like they say, oh, there's not. One of the biggest ones, there's not wind on the moon. So why is the flag blowing? And
didn't they do something to the flag to make it look like it's waving?
Yeah, something like
some,
that.
They were moving it around, and
and
when
they
they
put it
stood it
down.
still, it was like.
I thought it was like
'Cause that's how-
wire that they
Right.
put around the rim of the flag or
So
whatever.
They like stilted it inside the threading. Or
yeah,
like something like that.
apparently.
It's like wired.
Yeah, that's
apparently.
what I'm saying.
However, I'm super skeptical about everything. So I'm on
Yeah.
the side that it's probably fake too, just because I feel like all this alien shit that's going on right now is hella fake. Even on Joe Rogan's podcast, when he had that one guy on, he's doing all these fucking. He was like admitting to seeing aliens in Area 51 or wherever.
Oh, that one head honcho
Yeah.
that like retired.
Yeah.
It was like an FBI, CIA,
Right, and he
Area
had-
51.
Yeah, he was letting
Like,
go
if
of all this
he-
classified
if he
information.
Let's go all that shit. I guarantee you,
Man,
he's probably gonna be dead after.
It's not convincing enough.
Mm-mm.
Like, good for him for.
What about the Mexico deal?
No, I don't believe. I believe that.
Oh, the
fucking-
alien that they found, or
They've had?
Yeah.
I believe that we've got the amazing ability to fake things, and
Mhm.
it's super convenient.
How they're doing it now?
How after all these years, we've had telescope technology has been around for a minute now.
There's been shows. There's been movies.
Yeah,
There's been
and-
so many.
right, like
just- people have died over the theory of aliens.
yeah, and it's ridiculous. I don't think it's real, and especially now that we have fucking drone technology.
Honestly, I think aliens are real, but who gives a shit? We have our own problems right now.
I mean,
That's how I see it.
they can't be real.
Why?
Because it's just we've got these telescopes that are capable of seeing
Everything.
everything.
Almost
and
everything.
we have got as a person that hasn't looked through a telescope probably since he was a kid, I can tell you that it's nothing like there's nothing out there. If the universe is so damn big, that's everybody's excuse for why there has to be life on other planets. But if the universe is so damn big, then why? And we have these telescopes that can fucking see insanely far distances. Then why haven't we seen anything? You know,
there's so many planets.
See,
that's exactly my point.
There's
see,
so
I was
many.
on both ends on that. Like,
like-
I always thought, you know, like, because how are we the only living creatures in this universe, right? But at the same time,
Because God created us.
okay,
Right.
but you're gonna say that we're the
The only
only
ones-
ones
Yeah.
in this universe
Yeah.
living.
Or the ones that God only made.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. We
Okay.
are the only beings that God created.
But I do agree as well. Why haven't we seen anything?
yeah,
yet?
and why is it so convenient?
'Cause Cause like,
why is it
you
so
know how many-
convenient?
oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
How many planets are even in our galaxy to begin with?
A lot,
2 trillions
A
of
lo-
planets
yes.
in one galaxy.
and you can't
Let alo-
find
yeah.
anything.
Let alone there's 6 other galaxies around you that have even more trillions of
Yeah.
planets. So
I-
it's so hard to find that planet because there's too many.
Yeah, but that's my point. Is
Yeah.
there's so many, there should be something somewhere.
There should be.
But I mean, I like mathematically speaking, like I've got a nutsack filled with sperm and the tiny little sperms, millions, trillions.
Millions. Yeah.
Only one of them,
Is gonna be
sometimes 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but mainly one of them is gonna get that egg.
gonna be that lucky swimmer.
So
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna tell me that out of all of these planets and stars and all this and our fucking, I've seen that telescope's like fucking picture. It's pretty damn clear.
Yeah.
There ain't shit. There's nothing. There's no life.
I feel like there is.
There's no life.
I feel like one day it's just gonna happen.
It's so
They're gonna come out like every government, the UN. They're all gonna release like these spacecrafts that are like cars and going to
Yeah.
space. They're gonna start training
Yeah.
people,
Fucking Jetsons.
and then the whole Jetsons era is about to hit.
but that
Everybody's gonna go to space, like in
Nah.
the show Cowboy Bebop. Like everybody's gonna do
Nah.
crap like that.
no way.
That's how I see
never that'll never happen.
I mean, not as not as dramatic as that, but like,
Yeah.
but like going to planet, I believe.
I mean, sure, we can make it to Mars, I think.
For
But
the-
it
for the-
doesn't. You're gonna go there and die.
No, you start a new
It's such
civilization.
It's so far away. You're gonna get there, and then okay, I'm on another place. Great, no oxygen. I got to do all this extra bullshit to just live. Then they're gonna try to terraform it. It's not gonna work.
like
They're
have
gonna
y'all
make
seen
like a
that-
fucking ecosystem.
like that
It's
movie.
not
Have y'all
gonna
not
work.
seen that movie, The Martian?
Which one? There's like, wait, the Martian.
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey goes to Mars.
Is that the one he gets
Yeah.
stranded?
Yeah, he gets stranded there.
He's like the last
and
one
he-
alive?
No.
No,
Is
it was not Mark Wahlberg.
I keep on getting them mixed up though.
I thought
Matt
it was
Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
He went to
Like,
Mars.
Because he's a botanist,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So he's lucky enough that he was able to do what he got
yeah,
to
he
do.
he
to
did the
survive.
potatoes.
Yeah.
He got potatoes. He was surviving on potatoes. It's like, okay, you went all the way there to fucking eat potatoes. Great, good for you. There's no way that you're gonna be able to, like, there's if okay, so let's err on the side of science. Okay, so I don't know. People, like, there's no way of knowing if terraforming a place is going to give it an atmosphere. Okay, there's just no way of knowing. The atmosphere is a magical thing. It's super, super specific and perfect to let the perfect amount of sunlight in for us to not barbecue us, and I know it does some people, but
And not too little to freeze
and not
us.
too little for us to freeze.
Yeah.
And the sun is the perfect distance away from us for the same thing. The moon's the perfect distance away from us to give us the waves and help with the wind and help with all these perfect things that are just definitely designed.
So you would say it's by luck.
It's not. There's no way that it's by luck. It's impossible that it was by luck. The fact that we have no. The fact that we're basically on the universe's most sophisticated clock, life-giving clock, is not by coincidence. It's just why? How would that even work?
Then how else would you explain we being the only ones alive then? It's just
No,
the same.
because
It's just the same. The
it's
same
not-
thing, just different scenario.
It's not possible for it to
Happen again?
Like, so for one, something. Okay, so based on the laws of thermodynamics, I think it's the third one. I don't remember. I'm not super smart or whatever. But matter cannot be created or destroyed, right? Well, something had to have created matter.
Yeah.
Something had to have, and really, the only one claiming that is God.
Yeah.
And then there's other religions that claim it, but they all claim it in the same exact way
It's a different
that
story.
the Judeo-Christian God does. And then the books that came before the Bible are all about, like the Book of Enoch and stuff, and the Nephilim and all that stuff, like the fallen angels that came to Earth and populated with humans and yada yada yada. Like, that's still biblical, and it's still true, and God still created us. God still created the angels. God is, or he was and will forever will be. It's really hard for people to wrap their mind around such a powerful, like, being, like, person.
Higher power, yeah.
Yeah, because he can be everywhere he wants to be. He literally has no use for us, but he still has us around. He doesn't have to ask anybody any questions because he's created it. He doesn't need permission. He doesn't need anything. He doesn't need to go to somebody to borrow sugar. He doesn't need to rely on anyone. But he created us, and he allows us to live, and he loves us anyways. And he wants us to choose to love him. He doesn't want to force us to do anything. That was, I think, one of the biggest points of the Old Testament, was that showing that you cannot force anyone, no matter what you do to them, to love you and to believe in you and to have faith in you. You can't. It cannot be forced. It has got to be done through free will. And and a lot of people look at the Old Testament and they're like, oh, well, it's just God, being a jerk and annihilating people. And he's like, well, yeah. And you think, yeah, well, he's telling them what to do, and they're not doing it.
Disobedient.
Yeah. He's literally, like, right now, with all the information that we have, if God came out of the sky and told you to do something, you would probably do it.
Right.
So back then, God came out of the sky or came through a burning bush did all of these things, and they would disobey him. They would literally, they have literally this loud voice coming out of the sky telling them to do something, and they know who it is, and they're like, no, I don't think I'm going to do that.
No,
They're
we're
like,
good.
no.
We're good.
Yeah.
No.
And
You can't make me.
Yeah, and that just proves that the Old Testament shows that even if he did show himself,
We still wouldn't listen.
you still would not, like, you're still going to go against him.
And because everybody in unison just wouldn't want to do it.
Well, it wasn't even, well, yeah, you're right. It was like large parties were just like, I'm not going to listen to this.
And how Moses turned the water blood in the river.
Oh, yeah.
During
yeah,
all
we
that whole scenario.
Split the Red Sea
Red
or
Sea.
whatever. Yeah.
Then
And they found chariots out there, by the way,
then the
that had no
serpents.
business
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
there.
And then the scrolls.
Yeah, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yeah, man.
Some crazy shit in
It's
those.
nuts. It's super nuts that people can't. Well, it does. It's nuts, and it makes sense because the Bible, the way it's written and the way Jesus designed it to be written, was that the only way, really the only way that you're going to understand it is if you have faith in Him.
Yeah.
Because it's so great because you have to be chosen also.
Yeah.
So if you believe in Christ, then that means that you not only did you get to choose, but you were also chosen.
Right.
And I mean, the fact that people look at our planet and look at all like the pure perfection that I mean, we suck obviously, but the way that that everything is set up is perfect
Right.
for life.
Even after that catastrophic, the ice age,
Yeah.
the meteor shower,
Mhm.
that terrible one that hit
Mhm.
billions of years ago.
Yeah.
After all that shit, it's still
Perfect.
turned into something even more beautiful.
Bro, we literally breathe in what the trees breathe out, and then they breathe in what we breathe out.
Yeah.
That
It's wild.
right there means that it was designed that way. Like God made it to the point where He was like, okay, this is how these things are going to operate. This is how everything is going to function off of each other.
Yeah.
And the fact that people think that happened just from evolution baffles my mind.
Yeah.
If I get a goldfish and I put it in a jar and I put it in my living room and I ask the goldfish, "Yo, how did you get here?" He's not going to have an answer for me.
No.
I'm going to ask the goldfish, "Yo, are you happy being in there?" He's not going to have an answer. The goldfish is going to maintain being a goldfish until it dies, and then if it had offspring, it's gonna continue to be that way. The goldfish is not someday going to be able to talk and to be self-aware
Or do like one of those 1 minute math quizzes.
Yeah.
Fuck
in,
yeah.
in elementary. He can't do that.
Yeah, come on. Like, you're not gonna fool me with your bullshit evolution. Like, things haven't been evolving. Polar bears did not evolve to live. Like, it's just the way they were made.
Because I think they have evolve and adapting different. Or they have those different. Because when you go to a different area, you adapt to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're from West Texas. It's hot as fuck out here.
Yeah.
And so if someone from Minnesota comes down and lives out here, he's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, it's so dry and so hot.
Like, he will have to like move out and go back because the elements in here are the total opposite.
He'll get used to it. He'll adapt, like you said.
He'll adapt.
You're right. He's gonna want to leave.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, one of my old coworkers used to work at Budweiser with me. He was from Minnesota.
Oh shit.
And everything. He had that accent a little bit. You can hear it. Like, if you actually listen to him, you can hear it and everything.
Yeah.
So he's used to the cold and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he came down here and everything. You know how we are. We bundle up and stuff. Him, like, he's
chilling.
Like, he's wearing like a hoodie. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to summer, he's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't understand. Like, it is hot.
And we're just all chilling.
Yeah, I'm like, this is normal, bro. This is a normal Tuesday.
It's like 102 degrees. We're all chilling.
Right.
We're just used to it.
So
we just complain about it.
And
like, he was here for a few years and everything, but like, it was something to get used to for him, the weather change and everything. So I don't know how the fuck he would end up wearing a hoodie, and it's like, what was the lowest that we got like
ever?
Yeah, wasn't it into the negatives when that
was in 2021.
The polar, yeah,
it was like negative 23.
Yeah, and that's the temperature he's used to. He's like in the negative up there.
Yeah, because that's what that happens like half his year.
Yeah, it gets super super cold.
Because that's so up north.
And they go out and they fish in that shit.
Yes.
Whoa. I kind of want to go ice fishing, but at the same time, it's like, no.
Like, you gotta be wearing like 3 overalls.
Yeah.
Like, when he was telling me that he used to have a truck, a diesel up there, and he said that shit would like if you don't take the batteries out or whatever,
Yeah,
and
they
keep them
just
inside,
die.
it'll just die. So he'll be like, yeah, once I get off work and everything, I'll just go to the bar, and his truck had that you can lock it or whatever, but he would have his key in the ignition and everything, and it's just running.
Has
So
to.
everybody is inside, their cars are off. And so once he comes out and everything, he's into a warm truck and
Yeah.
everything. Everybody else has to wait for their car or truck
Yeah.
to turn on and get warm.
Oh yeah.
His windows are defrosted all night long.
He already knows.
That
Yeah.
lucky bastard.
So
Yeah.
I didn't know anything with like dealing with the winter and stuff. He's the one that told me about this. Like, you know how you defrost your windows and everything.
Yeah.
Well, the night before a bad storm comes, a winter storm, take your windshield wipers, have them up.
Yeah.
So that way
They won't stick.
Yeah, they won't stick to
Oh,
the
that's
window.
genius.
It's such a
I never
genius
knew
thing.
that. Nobody's ever told
I
me
never
that.
knew that until just now.
So
That's genius.
during the winter and everything, have your windshield wipers like pointed out.
I just figured that out too.
That
so-
blows my mind. Yes.
Yeah, he's
that's
the one that
fucking
told
great.
me that shit.
That's
and I was
dope.
like, that's fucking cool.
There you go.
But
And
like, wouldn't the
then-
hinges freeze too? But actually,
Nah.
it's a least of a struggle just to push it down.
yeah,
it's
because
least
the
of a
motor
struggle.
is gonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, that's what he told me. He was
That's
like,
fucking
because
crazy.
I had seen him one day. He lifted up his windshield wipers because we were at work and everything. And
Yeah.
it was still snowing. And I was like, why the hell are you doing that?
Yeah.
He was like, so that way it doesn't get stuck on the windshield with the ice and everything.
Right.
I was like,
That's
that's fucking
cool,
smart.
man.
So that's what I did to my car.
That is so cool. I
So,
love
yeah.
it. But back
Right.
to my point, your friend isn't ever gonna be able to fly though. You know what I mean? Like
Nope.
we're not gonna. If I were to,
Migrate somewhere else
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, we can take dogs and breed them out of aggression,
Yeah.
and that's still not even evolution.
Yeah.
No,
But
that's
even
just
at that, there's
adapting.
going to be
You're breeding them
what is
through.
it, defects on them.
Yeah,
'Cause,
it
like,
does.
look at the
That would be considered a defect.
because look
It
at
is a
the
defect.
English bull terrier, like
They
how
can
we
barely
have
breathe.
now. How we have now,
Yeah.
like the
They're
Chico
horrible.
from Next Friday or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's not how they originally used to.
No.
They
look.
look terrible
Especially the mugs.
Yeah,
Or the pugs. My
pugs.
bad.
Yeah,
Pugs.
that's what I was thinking of. Those dogs
Like
can barely breathe.
those dogs used to be a lot bigger
Yeah.
than a little bitty shit
Yeah,
thing.
now.
so
But
we
like-
can breed stuff to do things.
But
But
we
it
can't
seems-
change a dog from a dog.
Yeah, it's
but
not
it
ever
seems
gonna
like every time we
evolve.
change it, we fuck it up.
Yeah, and we do. It's true. Because
Every-
that's all human beings are going to do until
Yeah.
the end. And I mean, that's if you are an atheist and that's what you believe in, like you're seriously believing in a fish crawling out of the ocean and slowly turning in.
To like a lizard or
you.
some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like it just, I've crawled out of the ocean, and now I'm gonna grow lips and a head and tail, or a feet and arms and legs, and whatever.
You ever seen a whale's fin?
Yeah,
Like a skeleton of it?
yeah, it's really cool.
It's exactly like a
It's
hand.
a hand, right?
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have
I
you ever
never
looked
knew
at
that.
it? It looks
Look at
just
this.
like a hand.
Look at this shit.
That's
It's really
fucking
cool.
Yeah, it has the same thing as a human's hand.
But yeah, so I don't think and God says that he created humans in the earth and the heavens, and that's it. So, and if he's the only God, one true God, then I don't think that
Maybe it's
would've
just
made
because we're not ready
aliens.
yet.
No, I don't think he made aliens. Why would he make aliens?
Why did he make us?
That's a question that a lot of people want to know.
It could be the same way.
So, my like super uneducated, super not, experienced mind, brain, my answer to that basically is if you were the ruler of everything, or if you were basically just it, because that's what God is. He says he's so pimp. He says I am when people ask about him.
Yeah.
He's like I am. That means that he just is. That's so freaking baller.
Dude, that is so weird.
Yeah, you
But
see it?
It's
Oh yeah, it's
The
the hand,
stem,
right?
yeah.
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 It's super cool.
but see, like, okay, so
And it kind of like has like the
Those of you who don't know.
yeah.
some people used to find me weird because I used to
you
watch
can't see
on
it.
like
It's
Netflix and
alright.
stuff. You know, like the prehistoric.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I used to watch that stuff, and like there's some stuff that animals that came from the ocean
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
went
yeah,
to
yeah.
land, and I'm just like, okay, I can see where y'all are going with this, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like
No.
how instantly like it's just gonna go from water to land that quick.
No. Not
It can't.
it won't.
It can't.
It has no reason to.
Yeah. If you're gonna end up having gills and everything,
Yeah.
and then you all of a sudden you're not, and you're just gonna go.
Yeah. Like
Straight to
Michael
land.
Phelps not a fish yet.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not
But you want to know the
evolving to be a fish.
I think the craziest thing is too about that stuff. I think this is kind of different, but sort of the same. But when the Earth was made, so are we.
yeah.
We were made
man.
as well.
It's cool.
So everything that the Earth is, we are as well. It.
yeah.
we are the
we're
dirt. We are the grass. We
Yeah.
are me and you. We are this drywall right here.
Yeah.
Like we all like a piece of this drywall is inside of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we
that
walk
drill,
On, we
that's a
walk
part
on
of
a
us.
third of ourselves, and that's the
Yeah.
land.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We come like.
What's funny is the Bible claimed it.
We're all exactly just like Earth. We're
God
all the
straight up
mountains.
said you
We're everything.
came.
We come out of a woman, then we're going back. Later on, once we pass, we go back into Mother Earth.
Exactly.
We get buried into her.
Recycled, decomposed, and moved on.
Yeah.
And so you think that just happened by accident? You ain't gonna convince me of that nonsense.
I could say the same thing here. What if we were made by accident? What if no one was supposed to be made?
Well, so if no one was supposed to be made,
I mean, wouldn't it
Then
just
we
be the
wouldn't-
same thing,
it
just
would
except
be,
the planet?
There would be nothing. Like you wouldn't exist. Your existence would not. You wouldn't be asking this question right now.
Exactly.
So if none of us were made,
So it just sounds like a miracle and just by luck.
so no, there's no luck about it because God said, "I am." First was the Word.
I am. The
What if-
Alpha
what
and
if, like,
he
we-
said
Omega.
first I'm the Word, the Word, and then he says first there was the Word was with God,
The bird is a word.
and God was the Word. So basically, there was scientists did something recently where they established that everything is made. If you look at something close enough, then it has strings of vibration. Which I mean, I'm not gonna be that guy that says like, oh yeah, whatever. God said that first was the Word, and that's why if you look at something past its molecular structure, that everything's vibrating as if it's a word. But it's kind of, it's kind of neat, right? Like he literally said first was the Word. He spoke everything into existence. So the universe, and then the Bible he also says that he made the stars for us, literally to use and to look at in awe. Because back in the day, before we had computers, TVs, phones, any of this stuff, how do you think people navigated?
The stars.
That's super convenient, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Super convenient that they got to use the stars to navigate. They had something to look at in awe at,
Like
instead of just darkness and just nothing.
I felt like
Yeah.
I felt like most of them felt like the magnetic poles. Like they felt like where north was.
No,
Like they knew for a
Not
fact
at
where
all.
north
like
was.
the
that's not a thing.
Like they used to have that kind of thing. I used to think it's just like, dang, that's north.
like the slaves, the Underground
I
Railroad.
don't know.
They went based on the stars. The
Yeah.
North Star. What was it? The Big Dipper or whatever
Yeah.
it is. They
Yeah.
went based on that.
And that's
Right.
that's how sailors used to.
Yeah, that's
Used to
that's
guide.
the only way that you could navigate.
Yeah.
Was the stars. If
Yeah.
you were out in the middle of the ocean, there was no stars. You had no abacus or whatever
Like
the hell it's called.
you have a navigation
Abacus.
right there.
Yeah. Then you had to have the stars.
You
So
had
we-
the stars for navigation and
Yeah.
then the stars for view.
Yeah.
So you
So-
would be saying that the reason why stars are made were because of our sense of direction.
God made it not only to be used as sense of direction, but for us to
Explore.
look at in awe of what he's
Like,
capable of creating.
what a beautiful view. Type
What like if you ever just sit under the stars, and especially here in West Texas, you feel like microscopic,
It's
and it's
fucking ridiculous.
astonishing.
Like, go in the middle of a field
It's
or whatever
astonishing.
and just
Mm-hmm.
like where you work. You're
Yeah.
in the middle, like you're.
Dude, I look up every night when we're doing night shift.
Yeah.
We look up. Just, dang.
It's
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
exactly, and it's something that we let go to our head though, and we're like, okay, well now we have to look at these things, and now we have to make shit up about them, just like we do with everything.
Yeah.
We do it with everything as a human, as a species. We do it with literally everything. We got to look at stuff, and then we have to make stuff up. I mean, friggin', it's just the way we are, and then it makes things 10 times more complicated. But the whole vibration thing, I feel like sometimes maybe you have like you're following your conscience, like your gut.
Your
It's like, I need to go this way because I know that this is the right way. But in reality, you may have just gotten really lucky, or God like gave you that thought, and or Holy Spirit gave you that thought, and was just like,
sense
yeah,
of
go this
direction
way.
right there.
Yeah, he's like, hey, go this way.
Yeah.
Especially to like the natives that didn't have any knowledge of God at the time. You know?
I think
Yeah.
they had their own.
No, a lot
wait,
of them
no.
worshipped the trees.
Yeah,
They worshipped the sun.
That's what I'm saying. Like they had their own.
They had appreciation for everything that was given to them. They're like, okay, I just took from this tree. I'm gonna thank the tree.
Yeah, like like if
where
they
the tree came
hunted,
from.
they gave thanks to the animal that
Yeah,
they
Yeah.
killed. They hunted and everything.
that was probably the most purest version of gratitude that we'll ever have, because they didn't, you know, they're like, oh, you're gonna go piss on that tree, but that tree is giving you life, and so you're disrespecting it. So like they had a huge respect for that, and they also had an ignorance of Christ, which there's rules for that in the Bible. I forgot what they are, but they pretty much went to got the green card, unless they were just really inherently just evil, just killing people, had no appreciation, like, whatever.
like
Where I can't
nowadays,
judge people, God judges people.
like nowadays, everybody just goes hunting and they don't give thanks to the animal that they're feasting on.
We don't really give thanks to the animal.
We give thanks to the higher power,
Yeah,
or whatever you believe in.
yeah.
Like you said, that was the purest form
Of
of
gratitude. Yeah,
was
like you didn't.
giving thanks to what you have. You know, the trees,
Right.
the sun for light.
Absolutely.
You know, the animals for food, for clothing, like the fur and all that
Mhm.
stuff.
And that just, like, the natives, like the aboriginals and the natives, the fact that without technology, if you just look at their history, there's proof of God existing there also, because the large majority of them were just inherently thankful just because.
Yeah.
Like, think
Yeah.
about if we were to be evolved from a fish. What reason would we have for morality or ethics? You know what I mean? Like, why would I care? What am I going to be? Why would I just be thankful? What would be there to teach me to be thankful? Nothing. Like, people would just run around. If you have something I want, I'm going to take it. And we do that anyways. But the fact that a large portion of them were just thankful and grateful means that something put that in us, which means we have a creator.
Yeah.
Is just more evidence of that to me.
Like
because if you put a baby in a room, feed it and give it everything, but you keep it away from its mother and father and just neglect, like, don't give it any love, it'll die. Did you know that? It can have everything perfectly fine with its body. It's getting nourishment and all that good stuff.
But that love.
But without love and interaction with anything, it just won't have anything. Or, I'm pretty sure that's a theory though. I don't know if that's been proven.
Would you say that it's like a weak soul that wasn't nourished?
A weak soul? No, I'd say that God's looking at this child being just neglected, and He's like, coming home.
Come home, my child.
I'm taking you back because down there, it's
horrible
garbage for you. Like there's nothing for you there, and you got to remember, God can see every avenue and every path and every aspect of everything. So, whenever people say everything happens for a reason, that's 100% correct.
Yep.
So if God knows that you need to go through something in order for you to stay on the path to go to Him, and you're sitting there begging Him for help over and over and over, and you're not getting anything, then you don't want Him to give you what you're asking for because He knows that that's going to take you away from eternal salvation.
Yeah,
I want a Lamborghini. I need $1 million. Stuff like that. Like if I give you all these things, then you're gonna stop believing me in 2025, and you're gonna go the opposite direction. So I'm not gonna just give that to you because I'm a good father and I love you. I want to take care of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's this thing I seen on TikTok and like a few weeks back, and it stuck with me. It hit me hard. And it was saying, if you're getting what you want in life, it's God's direction. If you have to chase after what you want in life, it's a distraction.
That's interesting.
So a couple weeks ago, I ran into that on TikTok. I was going through it and everything. And ever since then, I was like, okay, I'm going to stop chasing after what I want. When the time comes, it's going to end up happening.
Well, it's not even about what you want. It's more like what you need.
Well, yeah, but...
and then what you need becomes what you want.
Yeah. But that quote hit me, and I was like, all right, I'm feeling it. I like that. So I don't really, stress on, I want this. I'm going to go after this.
Right.
When the time comes, I'm end up having it, and
right.
I'm going to give thanks to it.
Right.
So
I appreciate that. I'm kind of the same way. I get, you get caught up wanting things all the time. And have you ever noticed how you just, as a person, or I guess mainly as a man, you get bored of things. Like even things you
quick.
have. Like really fast. Like things are, everything is novelty.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Except for love and your commitment to Christ. Everything else is novelty. Because, I mean, you could drive the fast cars. It's like, okay,
you're going to get bored of it.
Well, I want this fast car now. This is why, if you ever read the book of Solomon in the Bible, he's the man who prayed for wisdom, and he went and lived this life for us. And if you read about him, you can avoid it. But he basically prayed for wisdom, and God gave him what he wanted. And what ended up happening was he became super powerful. He was a king. He got everything that he wanted. And then eventually there was nothing that he wanted anymore, and his life became miserable. And there's a part where he's talking about gold is nothing. Like women, I've had all the women in the world. It's nothing. Like there's nothing. You cannot fill the void inside of your heart with objects. This is why every time that I meet a super rich person and I actually have the opportunity to get to know them, they're miserable. Like
they are
super
really
miserable.
One of the most miserable people there is, because
there's a lot of them that are
have all the
super
money
miserable.
that can end up buying whatever they want.
But what did it get them at the end? But just a bunch of business, just a bunch of time away.
Yeah, and
bored.
It's not even just the fact that they're miserable because they're bored. It's also because they're miserable because of their just. They may actually have a delusion of like they could be happy, but when you see how they treat other people, or you watch them closely and see like their behaviors with things and what they haven't experienced, like simple things like they don't really care about compassion, or like you gave them a hug or something, and they didn't really understand, like like just little stuff like that, and they're miserable and they don't even know it because they're distracted constantly. So you have the ones that are miserable because they're bored because they've had everything, and then you have the ones that are just miserable because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. They're not
Yeah.
loving their neighbor like they love themselves, maybe. And it's not all rich people. Some rich people have Christ and they do what they're supposed to. That's definitely a thing. But like our old boss, or my old boss with you guys, that man, I don't know. He seems like he's got some just he's got problems.
Yeah.
Major problems.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can be resolved.
Imagine just trying to be right all the time. That sounds fucking miserable. I like being wrong. I like when people
And then being made
correct
fun
you.
of because of how wrong you were.
Yeah, exactly. I love
Even
it.
though you just, misspelled a word.
Yeah, I love it.
Then he's on it. Then he calls you a dumbass. And
Yeah, it's the fruit. It's the fruit of life.
doesn't let it go for like 10 minutes.
It's freaking great. Accept like accepting responsibility for your actions is nice. I used to hate it when I was a kid, obviously.
But he did it overkill.
Who? Oh yeah.
He was overkill with it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Like it wasn't even
There's
that
bullying, and then there's hazing, and
You talking about the owner
There's the
or
deep. One down.
one? Oh
yeah.
yeah.
There's bullying.
Overkill.
And they're hazing.
Bad. You fucking douchebag. Like
He
what the
has
hell?
that
Like,
man is super miserable.
He has to be.
No, it's not that he has to be. It's that he is.
Get this. He's the most religious man I know.
But he's not though.
Exactly. That's the part that tripped me up.
It's because he's Catholic.
When I worked
Catholics do things.
when I worked with them, it was total flipped script.
Yeah.
Like total facade, like as plain as I can see.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah.
I lost respect for that person, honestly.
It's okay. I get it. That makes sense. I lost respect. I didn't have respect for him from the get go.
Yeah.
He lied to me from the get go, and I was just like, you're pretty much a piece of garbage. And that's a lot of Catholics I've met, though. And it's not that.
I think it's just bad teachings.
That's what Catholicism is. It's not accurate biblically. This is why I tell people, go read your Bible. It has nothing to do. None of what Catholics, not none of, but the majority of what the Catholic religion teaches you isn't even in the book. So why on earth
It's weird.
would you tell people to go and do these things?
Like me, growing up, we grew up Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
We went to St. Patrick's, Lady of Guadalupe, all
Right,
them,
right.
But I stopped believing in religion, not believing in God.
Right.
You
So
know?
you're just like, you're saying, I believe in God and in the Bible,
Yeah,
but I don't. So you just don't believe in that denomination.
yeah, exactly.
So you're,
like, I won't pick a religion. To me, I think religion separated everybody.
You're a Christian. You believe in Christ. You're a Christian.
Yeah,
It's just
but,
you're not a Catholic. You're
Yeah.
not a Baptist.
Yeah.
Those are denominations.
So I wanted up finding like a non-denomination church,
Yeah, there you go.
so that way I can go.
There you go.
But I'm not trying to end up being religious and everything. Cause,
You should.
no, like right now and stuff.
No, you should
But
always.
like I said, we grew up Catholic and everything, and I was like, I don't get majority of all this stuff that we're being taught. I went to Sunday school and everything. I was like, I don't get it.
I can answer. I know why.
Huh?
Because you don't have Holy Spirit. Because You think that one day in your life you're going to give up on doing the bad things that you're doing and do better, but you're not going to. There's never going to be a time in your life ever where you're just going to all of a sudden be able to follow all of the rule, all of the of the law in the Old Testament law. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's never going to happen. You need to believe and find your faith now and maintain it and understand that you're not perfect and understand that you're only going to ever be able to do what the best that you can, and you're going to fail your flesh sometimes. But once you do that and you go to Christ in a real way and not just well, I believe, but I'm not really ready to be perfect yet. Your whole life will change. Like the things that you do now, you'll take responsibility for them in here and with Christ, and not just feel ashamed. You'll actually be able to go to Him and be like, hey, I messed up again. And then the closer and closer you get to Him, the more and more you don't even want to do the bad things that you've been doing. And that's what's incredible. That's why I tell people, don't listen to me. Don't listen to Joel Osteen. Don't listen to a Catholic priest. Don't listen to a non-denominational church, a denominational church. Go and read your Bible and then go to church.
Yeah.
And read the Bible along with him. Don't trust anybody with your eternity. You wouldn't trust anybody with your daughter. You wouldn't trust just anybody to take care of your baby girl.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't trust people with your afterlife. Eternity is a long time. I don't know if you know, but it's forever and always. So don't just trust people with that. Don't listen to me. Go and read it. It's there, and you need to. But when you do read it, you need to inquire within yourself and in your heart and in your mind, and you need to be honest with yourself and have faith and
So
seek out the Holy Spirit.
So would you just do a Bible, or would you spiritual out more? You get a Quran and you read that, because that's
yes.
date to be older.
So yes. So look, with the Bible. So first of all, a lot of people, and you do need a little bit of guidance. So I'm not going to just the Bible is many, many stories, not just you can. So a lot of people read the Bible from cover to cover, but in reality, you need to start in Matthew's area. You need to start in the New Testament and understand how you're saved, and then go back to the Old Testament and see how miraculous and how everything is referenced in the New Testament in the Old Testament. Okay. Now, what he's talking about, the Quran and all that good stuff, you pretty much go and read that. So you have, I think it's called apologetics. You go and read other religious texts to further prove not only to other people but to yourself that the Bible is true. Because after you have the Holy Spirit, you'll go read the Quran and you'll read it and you'll be like, oh, this is just incorrect and not, this doesn't make any sense in a lot of spots. And it's obvious to me that this man is using his power so that he can go and marry his son's daughter or son's wife. Because, I mean, there's all kinds of weird stuff in it. And it's why would you? That's not good. That's not healthy. It's not moral. These things are bad. You'll pick up on it instead of just reading into it and believing it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's always good to, spurt out into the other religions and to see what they're like. And just like what he was saying, it's the same aspect in that kind of shit. And it's you go read that. That's that text is a lot older. Tells you what's happened before the Bible.
Yeah.
Why the Bible came. Why there was a different religion.
So that's incorrect.
What is?
It's older, but it's not good. Like the things that they're talking about in the older texts are not of God.
What about like the I'm probably talking about the
are you talking about the Book of Enoch or something like the Dead Sea Scrolls stuff or what?
What is the book
Like the
for
tablets?
for Jewish people?
That's the Old Testament.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it just the Old
So
Testament?
the Old Testament was before the Bible was a thing. Like they, oh well, no, I'm lying. I'm sorry. They had no, they had God. Like God was talking to Abraham, and Abraham did his thing,
So
and
wouldn't
then Jonah and all this
wouldn't that be
stuff.
like the true religion then?
No,
No.
because there is no salvation in the Old Testament. That's the whole point of the Old Testament, is to show you that you're not going to be able to do you're not going to be able to follow the law and get into heaven. That's the whole point. Hello.
Oh, sweet. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good.
But keep going.
So the whole point of the Old Testament, or I don't know about the whole point, but one of the biggest points that I see is that you look at like Sodom and Gomorrah, for instance. They got annihilated, right? You know the story of Sodom and Gomorrah? It's real popular.
A little bit.
Okay, so Sodom and Gomorrah got annihilated because they were just breathing and living in sin, like, and the whole city was done. And God, before Christ, obviously, annihilated them.
Yeah.
He told one guy to go in there and search everywhere to find one good person, or to find anybody that was still savable, and to take them out. He went in there, looked everywhere, talked to everybody. There was nobody. Everybody had been corrupted by sin. Everybody was having sex with everybody. Everything's okay with everything. You can do whatever you want, drugs, whatever. And he went in there, didn't find anyone, came out, got his wife and kid, I think, and then he annihilated Sodom and Gomorrah.
Ain't that the, like, on the movie Year One, like how they went in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
was Sodom and
see,
Gomorrah. Yeah. So that's it. They were just in there but it's disrespectful to the Bible, obviously.
Yeah. But
it's,
that,
it's a parody or whatever. But yeah, that's it. That's Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what they were worshiping their weirdo, like, cow god or whatever it was, I think. And then God was like, there was no salvation. There was no saving those people. But now with Christ, you can be saved. So God incarnated himself on earth, and then he went and lived and did all of the law, the expectations that he made, and then he died for you. He died for us.
yeah.
He sacrificed himself. He said, "Forgive them; they do not know what they do." Because we don't. Because our flesh is weak. And because we make bad choices even though we know they're bad. You know what I mean? So,
Fuck yeah.
it's pretty freaking phenomenal.
Kind of a mind trip. I didn't hear that last part of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember growing up, my dad, because he wouldn't go to church. He didn't go to church or whatever. But, like me, he believed in God and everything.
Right.
But he was like, if you really want something to trip about, read the Bible. Read the Bible.
Yeah.
He was like, you'll end up reading some trippy stuff in there.
There's a lot of good stuff in that thing.
So, yeah.
It's all of it's good. The Bible is perfect. And if you read it within context and with the Holy Spirit in mind, like you actually ask for guidance to read it, you will get it. You will understand the parables, and you will understand why things had to happen the way they did. The Bible is made for God's people. It's not made for atheists or people like this over here.
Hey, Paeton, pick up your mic.
Oh, sorry. The Bible was made for people to be saved and for believers. It's not made for people who aren't going to believe.
Yeah.
So if you can't just read the Bible and so Jordan Peterson is a really good example. He's excellent at teaching the Bible, and gaining all of the knowledge out of all of these other religions. The Bible being the main one that he uses, I believe, because he goes off of Freud and that other guy, and they all use religion to basically teach people morality and stuff like that. But the thing is he doesn't truly. He has that disconnect, that one step of actual belief that he hasn't made yet. So he's not. I don't know if he's saved or not, just because he's never come out and admitted that he's believed in Christ. He's always just said like, "Oh, I live my life as if Christ is real." And I'm like, "Well, that's not the same thing." And Christ is pretty serious when he says, if you deny my if you deny me, then I will deny you
At the gates.
at the gates.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty serious. Like, you cannot deny no matter what. And it's so consistent because even in Revelation we go on to aspects where the obviously like the apocalypse and stuff happens. Well, they call it the apocalypse or whatever, but we call it the second coming. Of trials and tribulations. Yeah, where the people that didn't believe before are going to get a second chance, but they're going to have to go through. They're going to have to admit that they believe in Christ in a world that if you admit that, you're going to be killed, or you're going to be refused food, or refused drink or water or housing or whatever. You're pretty much just going to be hated, and but you're going to have to maintain your faith through that in order to gain salvation. So then it's a trial by fire at that point.
I thought it was.
So like, now you have to fight for your right to of belief. What's up?
I thought that was like as long as you forgave yourself and you ask God for forgiveness and you truly mean it, is the only way to get to heaven.
That's over at that point. If you get to that point and you've already died and he's rose you up and he's giving you everybody's going through the trials.
But like during the revelations and shit.
Well, I mean, there's always the ability to ask for forgiveness. But if you don't, you
that's
die that way.
Like during the revelation, like isn't there a way you can forgive yourself and ask for forgiveness to go with him? And
what is all this forgive yourself stuff? You don't need to. He's not asking you.
Like you need to release yourself from sin, so you need to ask for forgiveness, thus being the confession.
No, I think the thing you're looking for is you need to humble yourself and ask for forgiveness.
Your soul is like the only way it knows, and if you don't truly mean it when it comes out of your mouth, then you're
okay. I see. Well,
you know what you mean. Like you gotta truly mean that you're sorry for what you've done in order to get into heaven, and only God knows that when you're ready is when your time is.
I think I know where he's coming from.
I see what you're saying, but I've been truly sorry about doing cocaine many times, but I still did it many times. You know what I mean? Like, you can be truly sorry. Well, that's why it's so significant.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the 10 Commandments, like the ones that the ones that you cannot break.
No, you.
And like you forgive yourself, and then you ask God for forgiveness.
You humble yourself and you ask God for forgiveness. You always humble. You should repent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like to other people who didn't get sent to heaven during the rapture and what you can call it.
No, that's not. You have to live through the trials and tribulations now. You are now. If you don't go to heaven with the churches, and you're left on earth alive, then now you have to stay on earth and exist with the enemy. He's going to be ruling things.
So you can't. There's no way.
You can't just be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." At that point, it's too late. He's giving you ample amount of opportunities.
So it'll just be like the 7 plagues that happened.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna
like
have to
how nobody listened, and then the day came.
Yeah, the day's there. Now you still have an opportunity to go to heaven, but you have to maintain that belief. You have to maintain your faith in a world that's only ruled by sin.
Right, because God
or by the devil.
Because God knows when you're ready. He's like the only person that knows, like your soul is ready to be free for eternity.
Yeah. And so you've got to make the choice at that point during a time where you're going to be hunted down and killed. Like
Yeah.
everybody at that point, they're going to be asking you, do you believe in God? Yes or no? And you have to say yes. And then based off of your answer is what they're going to do to you, which isn't going to be nice when you tell them yes.
Yeah.
Is basically how I'm dumbing it down and also, whatnot. But that's how it's going to be. So you're going to have to go through the trial and tribulations. That's why it's called the trial and tribulations.
Right.
There is no getting on your knees and begging for forgiveness at that point, because I mean you should still do that obviously at that point, but
Yeah.
you should be
Obviously.
doing that. You should be doing that every day of your life, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should do that all the time, and you don't have to go to some guy to do it with. You can
Yeah, because
do
I've
it.
always been told that you don't have to go to church
No,
to have faith.
no, you go to church to strengthen your relationship with God and the community and to
Right.
worship together as a people.
Right.
And I used to be the same way where I was like, I don't need to go to church. But dude, once you delve further into your faith and into the Bible and things just start making
Mhm.
more sense,
Yeah.
you actually start going to church, you realize you need to go to church.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if the church is stealing money. It's not about that.
No.
That was my biggest hurdle. What God wants from you about the whole tithing thing, which we're not even 100% commanded to do it anymore anyways. It's more of an Old Testament thing, but it's still a New Testament thing. It's just you've got to read it, and I'm not smart enough to explain it all.
Mhm.
But the thing is that God just wants you to show him a sacrifice, that you are showing him your faith in him, that you're not worried about what's going on with your money. You're showing him that you're not worshiping money. And it also helps for you to not worry about money so much if
Yeah.
that was a super anxiety for you.
Right.
You talking
Which
about,
was
like, when
which is
they
what it was
pass,
me.
like that. That you're talking about the money from the church and everything. You talking about like when they pass the basket.
Yeah,
to
that's
give the
tithing.
money.
Yeah. It's super
See,
bad.
That's one thing that I never liked. You know,
Nobody does,
I
but
never liked it. But I never got the meaning of
right,
it.
right, and that is
And I was
meaning.
at a very young age, so I
Right,
was like,
right.
why am I giving my money?
Of
you
course, of course. Well, you're not. You're giving. You're not. Look at it as giving your money to God.
Well,
Don't
at that
worry.
age, nobody explained it. to
Okay,
me,
well, I'm
so that-
explaining it
yeah.
to you now.
So nobody.
You're giving. I used to think that. Well, I know for a fact that a lot of the churches are greedy, conniving places, and they take your money and they use it for bad things or not what they said they were going to use it for, right? But whenever I actually read about it, and I did what my advice is to you is I went and read the book, I realized that it's not about what they do. You're not supposed to worry about what they do with the money. That's not for you to judge, because God's going to judge them. And God says, if you're a teacher, if you teach people about me and you're a false prophet, which means you're telling people that they're going to have miracles if they donate to the church and all of these things and yada yada yada, and you're being a showman in not the correct way, then you get punished 10 times over. So those people like Joel Osteen and that one guy with the jet, those people are going to get what's coming to them.
Yeah.
So it's very, very serious responsibility to be an actual teacher of Christ, of Christianity, because you have power at that point. The Bible has power. Religion itself has power.
Yeah.
And so God has a clause in the Bible that says if you do this incorrectly, if you teach my word incorrectly, if you turn people away from me because you're teaching my word incorrectly, you're going to suffer 10 times more than just the regular guy not teaching.
Yeah.
So there's rules for all of these things. That's what's so beautiful about it, is he's got your back no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, so just don't think that people are the answer, because we're not. Like, we suck. We don't deserve anything good to happen to us because we suck. But I've got to go.
Yeah.
This is the
I've-
longest topic
I've gotta
that we
pee.
talked about.
I'm sorry. I know I ranted.
No,
but
you're
I feel
good.
like
You're good.
No, you're good, dude.
I know that Ed's definitely. I know for sure Ed's got like a weird thing about how he believes because of the Catholic thing, because he was like delved into it more. Like they showed him like moving flesh of Christ and stuff, and there was like a video of it, and it's like the fakest thing ever. It's not a real thing. Jesus Christ, like you're not even supposed to. It tells you in the Bible not even to like draw pictures of Christ or God or angels. You're not supposed to try to draw pictures of anything. He doesn't want you to do that because
The real ones are scary.
huh?
The biblically, how do you pronounce it?
Correct.
Biblically accurate angels.
You don't
How,
know
like-
that
like-
though,
how, like, they're-
because they're just
How they explain it
drawing.
though.
Yeah, the way they explain it sounds scary for sure, but you don't know if that's really gonna be what they look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could look like way different, and then you're just not informed enough to know.
What if those are the aliens?
I mean, I would argue that in a way,
What if God is
no,
the
God's
alien?
not an alien. No.
What if he
Because
is?
he's your creator. He's
Exactly.
He's not alien from us. He's given us all of the information about him. We know him.
He would
I
still
know him.
he would still be an alien, but to
No, not at all.
that's crazy.
He's an alien to atheists. He's an alien to people that don't know him, but once you know him and you truly know him and you've got him in your heart, and you got Holy Spirit walking with you, helping you, guiding you, telling you what to say, he's no longer alien. Like, he is the creator of everything. Why would he be? We're the alien. Like, he created us. We're his children. We're his friends. We're his, like, you know, he's our confidant. Like,
Yeah.
that's what he says. Like, look, like, be my friend. He wants you to be his friend, and be his child, and be respectful, and be obedient. Like all of these things. He's everything and nothing at the same time.
Mhm.
Or no, just everything.
Well, this was a crazy and unfortunate rant. This
I'm
was-
sorry.
I went kind of deep tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I
That's
get
pretty
really.
good.
Sometimes, hey, sometimes it has to be like that.
I love
Hey,
it, man. I
It
love it.
happens.
Sometimes you have to have these like topics
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Go read your Bibles.
Yeah.
Do it. Just do it in the right way, though. Don't just open it and start reading it all willy-nilly. Like, ask
Yeah.
for guidance from God in Christ's name.
Yeah.
And it will, I'm telling you, man, and if you actually believe it and you actually just soak it in, you will get informed. You will be informed.
I love this guy. He has a lot to talk about.
I know, right? He has a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I like it.
Just makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm still like a normal dude. I'm not like some weirdo cultist.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You have a
You know, it's,
lot. You're like a sponge. You take in a lot
I know.
information.
Yeah, but there's still so much that I don't know, guys.
Yeah, but
I'm
still, hey, it's
sorry. There's a lot that I don't know. I don't know everything. That's why I'm begging you to do it on your own. Cause
I know,
you
but
know.
it's a compliment.
Yeah, thank you.
But at the end of the day, you're a very religious guy.
I'm just. I'm
Well,
a Christian.
You're a very
Informed.
knowledgeable person for being in there,
Mm.
for your age,
Yeah.
And then you got the sport guy. You like those shitty Fords.
I like Fords.
Yeah, but you have wisdom.
I don't have wisdom. I don't. I really don't. I'm just giving you the word, man.
Which is
The word. It's not wisdom. It's the word.
okay. We'll put it there.
Yeah.
You always have the word.
Yeah. I'm not wise at all. I'm so stupid. It's not even funny. I make so many mistakes. So much.
And that's what makes us friends.
I have experience.
Yeah.
That's, which is, I guess, wisdom technically. But that's.
Yeah.
Whatever. You're right. See, I was wrong. I'm full of shit.
See, I just waited for you to
Based
catch
off
up.
my itty bitty amount of wisdom. Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You will.
He's very informed.
I'm circumlocuting
Yeah.
like a
And then
bitch.
I just sit here and soak it up. I just
You're
listen.
alcoholic.
Yeah.
I'm competitive, so
Yeah.
Alcohol is not a sin, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, you can.
Yeah,
you can,
I always got
if,
told
it
that,
is
I'm
if you
like-
go overboard.
Yeah, it is a sin if you get drunk.
So I would tell you not. You have I think it's called weakness in the faith to that. It's a problem.
Yeah, if your
Like
limit to get
me
drunk
and-
on shots of tequila is 6, do 5.
Do you like none?
We don't drink and drive here. We sip and swerve.
Sip swear, baby.
I do not indulge drinking and driving.
Don't.
Not at
never.
all.
You're
No.
a piece of garbage. If you kill a family, you should get the death penalty.
No, that's
they should never
horrible.
let you out ever.
That is
Most
horrible.
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know why they let people out that kill people if they drink and drive. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's freaking ridiculous. All right.
Yeah, that was a long topic.
That was a
I'm
good.
Not gonna lie,
That was kind of a long topic.
But it was a good. It was a good one.
The Bible's dense. You know.
It's like the iceberg theory. You know, you just see what people tell you, but if you really
There's
read it,
more.
it gets so much deeper.
And you're not gonna. That's what I'm trying to tell you the tip of how to read it, because people try to read it like a regular book, and it's not. It's basically it's not basic. It is locked off to people that do not believe in him. It's so insane. I used to think that that's nonsense, but it the salvation is locked off from people that don't believe in him, and so like his word isn't gonna give life to them.
Yeah.
Because they don't have them. You just gotta. If you don't have the faith, man, then you don't get the love, like everything. You just don't get it. And it's so crazy how he set it up. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. So, like I said, you wouldn't trust somebody with your daughter if you didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
Makes good sense. Perfect sense.
And I can tell you what a cake is made out of and all the ingredients, but what I can't tell you is why the person made the cake. Unless I go and ask them why they made the cake. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
Like, I wonder why they made this Little Debbie. I wonder why the lady that made Little Debbie's made Little Debbie, or a man, whoever made them.
Maybe she was poor, and it's like
I
that was their only way of like.
I don't know.
Wanted to make some wafers. Wanted to make some good ass wafers and cupcakes, boy.
We'll never know because she's dead.
She was the first one to make the filling cupcakes. Do y'all fuck with those?
Absolutely.
Those chocolate cupcakes with
the ding
I gotta
Ding
pee.
dong.
It's over. I'm full. I've got to pee. So
all right.
I'm sorry.
This concludes.
I definitely want to hear more about the cakes though, because I do like those. I know exactly what we're talking about. They're delicious.
Nah, for sure. We can keep talking about it.
We used to freeze those.
All right. Peace out.
We used to freeze those.
Really?
And put them in